Best intake of it.
Good morning, everyone. We are live here at the TWS hospital. We are doing intake exams, spays and neuters on our new residents, Ava, also known as Mama, and her 3 kittens. So we have Ava here on the table right now, and she's just was immobilized for her intake exam. She is 4-paw declawed, sadly. And they just started her intake exam, and then this little woman is going to be spayed today and no longer have to be bred for selling kittens to the pet market like she was before she was rescued. We're going to do a full exam, and we're going to do radiographs on these cats because we do know that sadly the breeder who was breeding and inbreeding and selling the kittens, that many of the kittens had metabolic bone disease, which can be due to diet, but we also want to just make sure we have a baseline for the cats that are here at the sanctuary. So she's going to receive her radiographs. Quick exam, they'll draw blood, and then they're going to intubate her for her spay surgery. So we'll be going live a lot today, but wanting to make sure that we step out for the sterile surgery and that the vets have the space to work. And so if you're just joining us, we are in the vet hospital today. We are doing exams with Ava and her kittens. They've all been crated independently. In addition, that part of our process, we can always move down the table too. Part of the process for intakes exam is that we are going to, I can help too. You can shut me off if you need an extra hand. Okay. Would you like me to decrease the table so that it's lower for x-ray?
No, that's all right.
Okay. You can interrupt me anytime because the medical care is the first priority. You can see how lanky this girl is. And we're going to stand back for radiographs. So part of our intake exam process, to remind everyone, is that we do a full intake, which means they check over the body. We're going to look at her teeth. We're going to draw blood work to make sure that we see what her baseline is for blood work. And we're going to vaccinate her, microchip her, and then we're actually doing radiographs right now just to make sure that everything's okay and really looking at bone density, especially given the history of what we found out about the case of these servals. And then she will be getting ready for a spay. And they're getting ready for a spay today, and then we're moving on to the 3 other kittens. So we have one of a longtime volunteer is also a vet tech joining our vet team today, and so we're using this also as a training opportunity as well as the medical procedure, because the more we can cross-train vet techs and volunteers, the more resources the cats have, and that's always what we're looking for. So they're prepping the x-ray, and that x-ray might look like it's nothing, but it weighs a good 50 to 60 pounds. So you want to make sure that you've got a good grasp of it. It can get tiring to do, but it's such an important thing. And that radiograph x-ray is mobile, so we can bring it down into the field, into the cats' rooms who aren't coming up to the hospital. So the babies are doing good. Also want to take this time to talk about our animal care center. You can see we're really in this tight spot room at the back of the food prep room. And we have a huge campaign going on to build a new animal care and education center that was a state-of-the-art hospital, has closed-circuit TV for videography and teaching future vet students, has a viewing room for surgery. They're trying to get the plate out of this beautiful girl. So servals are really long, and if you're new to us, servals are known as cat of spare parts. And that is because they have the cheetah-like pelt, the fox-like ears, the deer-like legs. Or they're also called the poor man cheetah, sadly, because many people will pelt them and try and pass their fur off as cheetah fur, which is inaccurate and inhumane in so many ways. So if you're just joining us, we're doing Mama Ava's intake exam, and she'll also be spayed today. Right now they're prepping and getting ready for radiographs. We're just taking radiographs to get some baseline information on her body. And then the kittens will be doing it more for looking for metabolic bone disease. So it's a big day, but we're hoping it's the last stressful day for any of Ava and her kittens. And after vet day and recovery, they get to live a long life here at the sanctuary. They'll never be sold as pets like they were meant for. If you're new on this case, there were 13 servals seized from Canada. They were separated in RV trailers, and then Ava was in a room in the house with her 3 kittens. This breeder had sold dozens and dozens of kittens to the pet market, and many customers came forward that the kittens had metabolic bone disease, broken sternums, legs, and weren't living past the age of 2, and an investigation went underway, and they found the cats in deplorable conditions in RV trailers with high ammonia levels, the windows blacked out, overflowing litter boxes, and they seized all 13 servals. We're so thrilled when we work with a network of sanctuaries that 3 accredited sanctuaries have agreed and absorbed to take in all the servals. We took in Ava and her kittens, and Wildcat Ridge, Ava, and Wildcat Ridge has taken in Cricket and Kane, one that had a leg injury, and so they're taking care of him. And then Carolina Tiger Rescue is taking in 7 males and females that should be arriving today, so they'll be announcing that as well. So when so many accredited sanctuaries can network and work together, it's awesome. And since we had background in international rescues, we helped a lot with the legalities of getting them across the lines, all the border and CITES paperwork, and kind of the coordination of the international rescue and how much paperwork is needed in that. So it's much easier to rescue domestically when somebody can drive you their serval like Little Diva, but it's just important to end the breeding and selling cycle of serval as pets, and that's why we stepped in to help. So Ava is there. I'm going to sign off and sign back on in about 30 seconds because I want to move and let these guys take care of her.